light as a feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule.
I think it's pretty cool. It gives color. It looks nice instead of, the wall just being everything gray. It's dull. I think it looks good. I'd rather see that wall painted other than have it, painted nicely, other than have it just gray like that. It'd give it a lot more life.
I'm just a vagabond with flowers for Algernon, an average Joe who knows what the fuck is going on. It's the hope of my thoughts that I travel upon, fly like an arrow of God until I'm gone. So drifting away like a feather in air, letting my words take me away.
Why are murals being whitewashed in our community?
I think the most likely reason for murals being destroyed or whitewashed in the community is that they threaten corporate space. Basically, I believe that corporate advertisers have taken over as much public space as they can, and when they see people that aren't paying for space, artists expressing themselves in a similar kind of format, it threatens them directly. So I think it's really like a corporate attack on murals.
Do murals contribute to the community in a positive or negative way?
I think that murals are very important in the community, not only as a source of pride, but it also it reflects well upon the community. I think people that live around murals tend to love them, and they feel like they're part of them, and murals are alive.
Whitewashing of murals in the community right now it's a bad thing because, when they whitewash them, what are they going to replace them with? You know what I mean? And so sometimes you have billboards as the only images that the children see, or gang graffiti where people are beefing, which doesn't look good. So them erasing murals is not a good choice, because murals actually abate graffiti.
As a muralist, do you feel that there's a need for the community to have murals around?
There's a need for murals in the community because murals are communication between the artist and the community and the artist together, and it goes way back to the days of the caveman, where you're giving information for survival, or you're giving information to teach or to educate, and it's really crucial because only one source of information, which is the TV or the billboards. It's mostly advertising, so it's important for murals to go up and for them to be in conjunction with what the community wants to see also.
Have you had any of your own murals whitewashed?
Yes.
Yes? And how did it make you feel?
It made me want to cry. It made my butt hurt. Some murals should be saved, but then again, it's up to the community. Nobody gives a damn, then fuck it, who cares,
Start off, what knowledge do you have of the murals being recently whitewashed in our community?
Recently, one of my pieces in downtown LA that I was working on with a couple of graffiti artists, two from New York and one from East LA by the name of San Juan. Apparently, the police received complaints about the content of the mural that looked too graffiti related, so they painted it over, and it wasn't even done. It was just up for like 24 hours, not even that long, before it was painted over. And supposedly they received complaints about it, but we think or feel like maybe it was too close to the police station, and that the LAPD now are like art critics, so they're starting to go around and use that power that they didn't really, I guess, realize or imagine that they had before. Now kind of bullying store owners and people around the community into whitewashing murals.
How would you think that these murals can also benefit the community?
By helping people to maybe aren't, book smart, don't really read a lot of books, aren't in classrooms, but are more callejeros, like always out in the streets, and at least they get to see this imagery that I've known that has affected and had positive effects on my life since I was a kid, growing up in the early 80s and late in the early 90s and stuff, seeing political murals or murals that were just beautifully executed technically that inspired me and continue to inspire me to this day. So yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But do you feel like there should be like murals that represent our history?
There's one.
Exactly, there's one right here. Do you feel like it's necessary for the community?
Well, yes, it brings out the person's whereabouts. It gives them, hey, pride, And me as an older man, I do look at it and I say, hey, you know, my young people, they do, you know, they care about the community. That's a sign there.
But how do you feel about that sign? How do you feel about that sign just like on top of the mural, you know? It's just a beautiful mural and then just all of a sudden it's a sign. How do you feel about like advertisements like that?
Oh, no.
You think it's
Because yeah, I see what you're talking about. They're, yes, unfortunately, the advertisement, you know, why they are able to put alongside the mural is.
Did you know that some of those advertisements are actually illegal? That they're not
Oh, I didn't know this. Maybe I thought maybe the owner of the building would.
Some are actually illegal.
Oh, okay. You're right.
And did you know that some like are actually like some murals are actually being painted over just for the advertisement to go up?
Okay. And we can do something about it as a community. You're against this, and this is maybe why you're protesting. You can make a change. I'm proud of you young people, you know. My heart, man.
I'm a muralist, painter. I'm an artist in general. I do all kind of different art and media, whether it's writing or painting, graffiti art, a little bit of everything.
How do you feel about arts in our community, like versus murals, maybe?
Well, you know, ad space in the last 20 years has gone out of control. And not only in all over LA in like rich communities, but even more so in poor communities. Communities like Boyle Heights, communities like South LA, where billboards are being put up to advertise absolutely everything and anything to our communities. You know, you look at billboards like this, you know, which I probably guarantee that this billboard is an illegal billboard. This billboard should not be here. This company is not paying what they need to be paying to actually have these billboards. This billboard is not only that, but it's right across the street from Roosevelt. They try to sell all kind of stuff. If not here, across the street, you look at those other billboards that are inside people's houses, same thing. It's like these companies go in, they buy the space, they put their billboard up, and then they're putting advertisements up and taking away from like things like this that are talking about us and a very important experience that we have in our communities.
So, do you think that there should be more murals in our community?
Always. I think that there should be more murals, more art. I think that people should stand up more to companies like this. I think that we should empower ourselves, educate ourselves, and give ourselves that power through knowledge, and be able to take action. Simply, what you guys are doing is already taking action. You know, me being here talking about this is taking action. You don't have to go out and like, you know, picket sign in front of some company. It's simply doing what you do and talking about these issues in the community to actually create this consciousness and start changing this and start letting these companies, these billboard companies and other companies and corporations that you're not gonna buy us that way. You know, that we're smarter than that, and that we need to tell our stories, and our stories are more important than what you're trying to sell us.